So what the hell is going on with the drones in US and all over the world? Guys, welcome to the channel. The Modern Survival is being better prepared is what we try to do here. You have my books also available in the links there below in Amazon. Street Survival Skills and Surviving the Economic Collapse. The channel is also full of information videos I've uploaded over the years about a number of topics that you may be interested in. So now in terms of what's going on with drones, well, it keeps on going. Now we need to remove a little bit of the drama in terms of, yes, most likely most of these things are of origin that is associated to the countries in which they're being flown. Most likely people are flying their own drones. I was just listening to something very nice from 51 Drones, this channel, the New Jersey Christmas Drone Mystery, the most logical explanation. So this is a channel, 51 Drones, it's a pretty big channel about drones, and he says people have freaking drones. They fly them all the time. Yes, they do things that are not exactly legal. They do them anyway. When has the law stopped people from doing things? Well, he makes a great point about that. Now, I agree with him. These are things that are, it's just people flying them around and having a big laugh about it. Now, there's some of these things that are quite huge. There's some of these things that are not your typical little drone. They are quite size of a school bus. We saw some that are... Now, these are not aliens. No, this is a freaking human technology flying around, right? We get that.
Right, you see that? That's an airline.
Right, that's an airliner. So there's a bunch of things flying around. And it's kind of like in that movie, Don't Look Up, right? That movie, Don't Look Up, where there's a meteor coming towards Earth and people, if you're looking up, you're a drama queen. You're part of the conspiracy theory. Just don't look up. Don't see that thing that's coming towards us, right? It's kind of an okay movie. But this is a little bit like that in terms of now people are like, oh shit, there's lots of things flying around all the time. A lot of these are commercial planes. A lot of these are things that people are flying. And it is maybe the strongest case that this is the same U.S. government flying things around because they're trying different tech. Now, the only thing about that is, why would you fly? If you're testing something, if the U.S. government is testing some technology, why would you do it with very bright lights, very visible, in the middle of the day, of the night, to fly it around in somewhere that's not super populated, certainly not at night with bright lights making it obvious that you're flying these things? Why is it that's being flown all over military bases across the United States and critical infrastructure? Why is it not only that's being flown in the United States, but also flown in other countries in proximity to U.S. bases? So it seems to be something that is related to U.S. bases. Now, I buy the possibility of the U.S. government flying things and testing things, technology that's so advanced in U.S. Testing these things in other countries, in your own military bases, does not make a whole lot of sense, because there's a very strong possibility that that could fly out of your range, out of your area of control, and it could end up in the hands of a foreign nation. That, yeah, may well allow you to have a military base there, but still, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing you would want to do. Now, there's one more thing that our friend here in 51 Drones says, which is, it is maybe the case that the U.S. government wants to impose very strict regulations on people flying drones. So as to make that political push, they are flying these things around a lot, getting people scared, getting people worried, and getting people more complacent in terms of, okay, we will regulate this so that we don't have this problem anymore, because this could be dangerous. So with all of the hysteria going on, the government makes sure that they have the support so as to impose stricter regulation on drones. That could be as well. Now, it is a little bit suspicious. That is actually a very strong argument. For one, I think that it wouldn't be something unthinkable. That is, yes, it is some other country flying these things. Why? Because as I explain in my books, as I explain here in the channel, one of the mantras that I use in terms of preparedness is, has it happened before? And what we know that has happened before is China has had drones, balloons flying over U.S. in the middle, openly so, like taunting, like, yeah, like show of force, like, look what I can do. That could also be a possibility. The government obviously knows a lot more than what they're saying. The government obviously does not want to share that with us. So either because it's themselves or it's because it's some other foreign nation and just saying, yeah, we're pretty sure they're Chinese, huh? Yeah, Chinese drones flying all over U.S. cities. That is not something that sounds good. That does not sound good. The same thing would go for, yeah, we want to scare people into voting legislation. That is also the kind of thing you would keep hush-hush. They're obviously keeping their mouths shut about certain things, right? So either one of those could well be a possibility. And people are worried, man. They see these things flying very close for a long time. Some of these are quite very clearly shaped like a plane, but with a bunch of lights on going and so on. But there's other things. There's other things that are, hey, that's unusual.
Look up, like my crew and I have been here in Mendham recording this video that you're looking at right now. We have no idea what it is, if it's a natural phenomenon, because it could be, but this is why so many municipalities are now asking people to reach out and send their videos to them or to experts who might be able to sort out what they're seeing in the skies. But I guarantee there are so many people looking up and making those recordings because this mystery is one that needs to be solved.
That is something else. That is not a fucking drone. I don't know what it is.
So many people looking up and making those recordings.
What kind of technology is it? That it seems to be like
so many
a bubble of waves, like in a what is that
if
thing?
it's a natural phenomenon, because it could be, but this is why so many municipalities are now asking people to reach out.
So you see why I started by saying there's a number of things. There's things that are obviously drones. There's things that are obviously smaller, bigger, but it's all well in the terms of technology we know.
If it's a natural phenomenon, because it could be, but
this is different. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. I don't know if it's AI generated, if it's a glitch in some camera. I have no clue what it is. But it definitely does not look like any drone I've ever seen. It doesn't look like the typical quad drone or even a large military Raptor drone, like looks like no. This is something very fucking
because
unusual.
It could be, but this
it looks like a ball of light that
so
is
many
constantly
municipalities are now
shape,
asking people to reach out
like
and send their videos to them or to experts who might be able to sort out what they're seeing.
That is some science-y fiction shit right there. So a bunch of things going on. We don't know exactly what it is, but that thing is not the thing we saw before. That ball of vibrations in space-time continuum disruption kind of shit, that is different. If you know exactly what it is, I mean, I'm always open to learning more. Let me know. Oh, no, dude, it's this drone that flies around with its own wave of sound vibration bubble. I don't know what it is, right? I have no clue. But
this is why so many municipalities are now asking people to reach out. And Bill and Sandra.
Anyway, that's basically where we're at. One of the things that surprises me the most, or one of the things that maybe causes, because I agree with what he says, it could very well be the government pushing for more control, more legislation. Are you doing it in other countries as well? If you're pushing for this, if it's the U.S. government and the U.S. military that wants to impose very strict regulations on what people can fly around because they see that this could get very dangerous, and it would be very much within the interests of the U.S. military intelligence to start controlling how much shit can people fly around, because it's just like this. You can strap crap on it and have a Ukraine situation going on where people just fly and drop shit on people. And yeah, at any moment those things can start getting very very difficult. So I get that, but in that case, why are you flying these things in other countries as well? In military bases in Europe, in military bases, where was it? In Germany, in UK, where the US has military bases, they have been spotting a lot of drone activity as well. So yeah, these are some of the questions, but it's interesting. We have to keep in mind that there's a bunch of things we obviously don't know, and this one
when
right
things
there,
like this are happening,
it seems to have like a center.
It
seems to have like a little dot there in the center, right?
Everyone starts to look up, like my crew and I have been here in Mendham recording this video that you're looking at right now.
Interesting. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be all for now. See you on the next video. Take care.